We know that we need to use crowdsourcing to get as many opinions, thoughts, and facts into our news articles as possible. But if you can't actually go out and find people yourself physically, what else can you do to find people through crowdsourcing? Simply put, the power of social media has revolutionized the way journalists find facts, quotes, and sources for their stories. Social media is changing every day. So don't think that this is the complete list, the be-all, end-all list of things you can use. Depending on where you live, there might be things that you can use that I don't know about yet. Or depending on where you live in the world, Facebook, Twitter, even FaceTime might be banned for you. So understand, what I'm recommending is not an absolute list. It's more of something for me to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So Facebook, Twitter, Kik, Instagram, Yik Yak, Snapchat, WeChat, and Weibo. These are all great things for you to use. So if you're not real up on social media, you need to get into it. So social media for journalists, how do we use it? Really simply, it is almost like a really cool way to kind of get the pulse of what people are talking about. You see what people are talking about every day on your social media accounts. Pets, food. Sometimes though they're talking about, did you know about what this is happening in our community? Did you hear about this law? Did you hear about this meeting? I can't believe what's happening at my school. Knowing that people are talking about this is a really good way for you to figure out, maybe I need to be talking about that as a journalist. So having that set up is great. You can do that through following different people. So government officials, official accounts for actors, for stars, for normal people. There's a wide array of how you can really find out who's talking about what. Another way you can use social media is by having you interact with the people that are in your audience. Now, I'm not saying you have to have millions upon millions of people following you to be effective, but being looped into the right people in your community, meaning you follow them and they follow you, will help you cultivate the information you need. So let's say I want to use social media for crowdsourcing. What do I do? Again, this all depends on the platform you need to know that's available in your community, but it also depends on the question you're going to ask. So again, do I need to speak to eyewitnesses? So do I need to ask people that actually physically saw something to contact me? Do I need to get documents? Do I need to find out if someone has a piece of video or photos? They might have already shared the video or the photos on their social media, so you know they're the right person to go to. Or do you need everything? If you need it, ask for it. So what do I ask for? Really simply, it all comes back to, what do I need? The ask on social media is a little different than asking someone face-to-face because you might not have a relationship with that person. It's much easier to walk up to somebody and say, hi, my name is Joanne. Can you please help me? I'm a journalist. Over social media, it's a little less personal, but it's just as powerful. So why would a journalist use social media, and how do I do that? Social media is a powerful tool to help you report. The crowdsourcing is unlimited. You are not limited by how far you can travel or where you can get to. Your social media ask can go anywhere. Anywhere someone has access to that platform, they can be helped. And another thing that helps you on social media is people can forward your ask. They can retweet. They can do things. So let's talk through an example of how social media might help you report something that you're working on. So we have an example of a new public park that's coming to your community. It's being proposed for children and families, and it's just still in the proposal stage. You know the cost details and just how it's going to look from the local government, but you don't know how the public around you feels about it. Do they even want the park? So we're going to turn to social media for help. The power of the social media is that we need to be very clear in our ask so we can get the information we need. So let's think through some of the questions we need to ask. Who do we need to talk to? What mix of people do we need? And where are we going to find them? The power of having a really good ask leads us to formulate awesome questions. We need to find the families who might want to use a proposed park. We need to find the people that live near the proposed park, the neighbors, the restaurants, the grocery stores. Maybe they're concerned about the increase in traffic. We need to speak to anyone who is concerned about the changing of the field into a proposed park. Are there any environmental concerns we need to know about? All of those groups are on social media. So again, we go back to basic crowdsourcing. We need to know who we need to speak to as sources. So we've done that. But where are these sources living on social media? Is there a way we can track them down pretty easily? Yep, that's the good news. If you have a Facebook account, put an ask on your Facebook account. In that little box, that little dialog box, saying, hey, I'm looking for families or anyone else that can help me with this news report I'm working on. Put an ask on your Twitter account. Now, obviously, it has to be a little bit shorter to conform to Twitter's characters. So say, hey, I need help. They can retweet, they can share, they can help you out. You will get results. I guarantee it, because people like to help. And often, people that want to speak to journalists don't know the journalists are looking for them. So by going to them, they can come to you. So this is how asking for help looks on Twitter. Obviously, it's a little shorter in what I am asking, but it's to the point. That's my actual Twitter account, so hi. Hi, I'm a journalist working on a story about the proposed park. Looking for parents, people who live near the park as sources. Please direct message me. If you'll notice, I left a few characters extra. There are 6 characters left that people could retweet it. So that way they can spread my message. If you use every single line on Twitter all the way to the end, they can't retweet you because your message is going to get lost. So little things like that can help your message be more effective. On Facebook, I can write a little bit more. Yes, that's me again on Facebook. See how I wrote a little bit more? Hi, everybody. Now, usually people on Facebook are my friends, so I'm being a little more conversational. I know them, hopefully. I'm looking for somebody who can help me, so I'm asking all my friends, families, people who live near the park, can you please share this too on your Facebook page to let everybody know that I'm looking? So not only am I asking my friends for help, I'm asking them to spread my message even farther through their social networks. And it works. Ask for help. That's the message of this whole lesson. If you don't ask, you can't get help. But when you talk to somebody and get a source, say, hey, can you please help me find some other people you think I should talk to? If you ask them who they think is important, they might often lead you to places you never even thought was possible. But the real power of crowdsourcing is to get new voices, new ideas, new opinions, new information. That's going to make your news report even more powerful. So social media, super powerful tool in crowdsourcing. To use it is a great thing, but you need to use it effectively. You need to know what you're asking, who you're asking it to, and what you're looking for. And as soon as you do that, I guarantee you your news report is going to be even more awesome than it was before.